Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy announced Friday the resignation of his powerful chief of staff, Andrii Yermak, who was also the country's lead negotiator in talks with the U.S., after Yermak's residence was searched by anti-corruption investigators. According to Associated Press, the unprecedented search at the heart of Ukraine's government was a blow for the Ukrainian leader that risked disrupting his negotiating strategy at a time when Kiev is under intense U.S. pressure to sign a peace deal nearly 4 years after Russia's full-scale invasion. Yermak has long been a trusted confidant of Zelenski, who has resisted persistent pressure to replace him. In a nod to the controversy over Yermak's long stay at his side, Zelenski said Russia was waiting for Ukraine to make missteps and upset the delicate and tense peace negotiations. To preserve our internal strength, there must be no reasons to be distracted at anything else except for defense of Ukraine, he added. I don't want anybody to be questioning Ukraine, and that's why we have today's decisions. In his nightly address, Zelensky announced that he was resetting the presidential office. He said Yermak had submitted his resignation and that he would begin consultations Saturday to appoint a new chief of staff. Yermak's name did not appear on a list of officials that Zelensky said would make up the Ukrainian delegation for the next round of negotiations with the United States. The delegation will now be jointly led by Andrii Hnatov, the head of Ukraine's armed forces, Andrii Sybiha, Ukraine's foreign minister, and Rustem Umerov, head of Ukraine's Security Council, Zelensky said. Two national agencies fighting corruption in Ukraine said their search targeted Yermak. Yermak met Zelensky over 15 years ago when he was a lawyer venturing into the TV production business, and Zelensky was a famous Ukrainian comedian and actor. He oversaw foreign affairs as part of Zelensky's first presidential team and was promoted to chief of staff in February 2020. Yermak has accompanied Zelensky on every trip abroad since the start of the conflict with Russia in February 2022, and the president's trust in him has made Yermak's power appear almost untouchable. Domestically, officials describe Yermak as Zelensky's gatekeeper, and he is widely believed to have chosen all top government appointees, including prime ministers and ministers.
Washington Post.
Ми говорили про питання, як можна скоріше надання Україні засобів протиповітряної оборони. Ви знаєте, що для нас це дуже-дуже важливо. Також ми торкалися і питання обміну наших полонених.
Можливість площі співпідрозділів, які брали участь в звільненні міста Київ для урочистої церемонії з нагоди підняття державного прапору вишикане. Командувач сухопутних військ Збройних сил України генерал-полковник Сирський. Бажаю здоров'я.
People. It's a terrible tragedy that they occupied it since more than 8 years.
Громадянина, з них 31 громадянин.
Всі українські громадяни, які заявили про своє бажання виїхати з Афганістану, з якими які зв'язалися з Міністерством закордонних справ, з нашими військовими, які були в Кабулі, які знаходилися в аеропорту чи біля аеропорту, тому що там була дуже важка ситуація.
Ті надскладні умови, з якими ми стикаємось.
Ukraine's anti-corruption agencies conduct searches in the office of Andrii Yermak, head of Presidential Office of Ukraine, they said Friday morning. According to Associated Press, the National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine and Specialized Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office are Ukrainian anti-corruption watchdogs that stand behind the latest energy graft investigation involving top government figures. The investigative actions are authorized and are being carried out within the framework of the investigation. Further details will follow, Nabu wrote on their Telegram page about searches in Yermak's office. Pressure is mounting on Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy to take stronger action to show accountability in the face of a corruption scandal presenting the greatest threat to his government since Russia's full-scale invasion. Last week, Zelenski dismissed 2 top officials and imposed sanctions on close associates after government investigators revealed that $100 million had been embezzled from the energy sector through kickbacks paid by contractors. But that hasn't quieted the political storm. After more than 3 years of war in which Ukrainians face regular power outages as a result of Russia's fierce bombardment, allegations of corruption in the energy sector aren't sitting well with the public. Calls are growing for Zelensky to remove his longtime chief of staff, Andrii Yermak, considered by many to be Ukraine's de facto vice president. Yermak plays a central role in Zelensky's administration in managing relationships with the US and other Western countries, and developing possible scenarios for a ceasefire with Russia. He oversaw foreign affairs as part of Zelensky's first presidential team and was promoted to chief of staff in February 2020. Yermak has accompanied Zelensky on every trip abroad since Russia's invasion in February 2022, and the president's trust in him has made Yermak's power appear almost insurmountable.
If we can close the doors and settle down.
Already we have started negotiation, concretely negotiation with United States and delegations working already on the text of the agreements.